What's up, Sissy? All right, we are live. Audio's looking good. It's fired up, so we're just waiting for everybody to file in here.
Oh, okay, so it's live.
Mm-hmm.
We're live. Sweet.
I'm opening the chat here. See who is on the chat. All right, Mark Edwards is on.
Yay.
Hey, Mark, how you doing? Our patron.
Our patron. How's Mark Edwards? Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hi. Supporters.
Enchanted Rose, aloha. Jonathan at Lone Star, how you doing? Billy from Cali, hello. Hello, Wee Tree. Good to see you. Ebi, hello. Everybody's getting on early. All right. This is going to be great. You can get
Enchanted Roads.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I'll get that.
This is like the highlight of our Friday.
This is especially my Fridays. I need some sanity. Should be open to that. All right, we're okay. Oh, don't do it. Yeah.
So we've had a lot of things going on. We went to a farm yesterday, and that video is about to post.
Yeah, we
praise the Lord.
Took a tour of a local permaculture farm here. It was really awesome. Got a lot of great information from the couple that owns that, and we're going to be putting at least one video together from that trip yesterday. We were there for about 3 hours yesterday. And then tomorrow we're going to meet the Bamboo Guru.
Be Not Slothful's on.
Be Not Slothful.
Wee Tree said, "Where are you at for this live stream?" The coffee shop.
We're at the coffee shop where we get all of the coffee shop kindly donates their coffee grounds for us to compost.
It's awesome.
Yeah, so
Jason Anderson.
Mr. Anderson.
So the video that's going to be coming out that we went to the farm yesterday is going to actually be in two parts. It's going to be two 15-minute videos, and they should be posted definitely by tomorrow.
And Wee Tree, if you want to go in the show description, per your advice, we did set up a PayPal account, and we have a PayPal button. Our original intent was to funnel the t-shirts through Patreon, which we will that'll continually be a perk of Patreon. But for anybody that wants a t-shirt without going through Patreon, we can process all of that right through PayPal now. So we literally just got that set up today, and so we're ready to go with that. People are used to PayPal. They're comfortable with PayPal. And
so if you go through PayPal, the link should be here. If you're having trouble finding it,
hold on a second, I got it.
You can go to our About page on the YouTube channel, and the link is also there.
Mini Steading.
Hey, Mini Steading. And you can just click donate, and then the t-shirts from any size up to a size large are $22, and then any plus size t-shirt will be $25. We're really not making a whole lot on the t-shirts, but the little bit that we do make on them will go towards the boys.
Yeah, we'll make basically $5 a t-shirt. Like I said, we're using a local printer. The shirts cost us $10 a piece, and then it'll probably cost us about $5 to ship it. So
the plus sizes cost us a little.
The plus sizes, every X over a large is an extra $1 a shirt. So
that's why it's
single X, right, is 11. Yeah, so that's why we did, and we're trying to make it make sense and a flat fee.
Right.
And so
if anybody today wants to order the t-shirt, just I think there will be a place on there where you click the PayPal to put in a note or something. Just put in your shipping address where you'd like it to be shipped to. And the t-shirts should be in on Monday or Tuesday this coming week, and we'll be getting them in the mail on Friday. So it's
sorry, Jonathan. Hey, man, what what can I tell you?
and rather than the super chat, if anybody wants to put any money towards
if you want to
boys,
support the boys, you can now do it right through PayPal. This way, that 30% haircut up front doesn't, you know, I'm all about free enterprise, and I'm all about, you know, people getting paid for their hard work and everything. But 30%, man, that's like
Too much.
that's a haircut. So okay, so it is 5:01, and what we wanted to talk about today is highway robbery. That's right. I mean, what kind of 30% is incredible. That's an incredible haircut. And PayPal's real reasonable. And so we think that, you know, it just makes sense to go that way. And and we got the pay button set up. So.
and the Patreon will go through the PayPal too.
Yeah, the Patreon will go through the PayPal too.
And there's lots of fun perks in there. We're trying to make it to 5 patrons. Mark Edwards is our first and only patron.
Thank you, Mark Edwards. You're the man.
So,
and Mark is like a regular contributor.
Yeah.
And we may be having some Texas Boys super fan might be stopping by the coffee shop today. He said he was going to try to make it. So we'll see.
Special appearance.
Special appearance from the newlywed.
Oh.
Oh, boy.
Like Justin
And
Rhodes,
maybe his-
Wrangler Star.
Maybe his bride. Yeah, Justin Rhodes and Wrangler Star.
Somebody like
Hurry up and tune in now. Talk about clickbait. What? The Mighty Hunter.
Oh.
The Mighty Hunter might be stopping by. Okay, so we were going to talk about.
I was saying, if we get to 5 patrons,
Oh.
we're going to do the live Zoom chat, and we're going
Yes.
to do that from the old homestead. So that'll be lots of fun if we could do that. And you can be a patron for just $1.
We will put
And
the
you can change
PayPal
it.
link in the description. I already put it in there. I don't know if it didn't update yet, but it'll be in there.
And you can go to our About page too.
And I'll put the link in our About page too. I got to add
It
that.
already is in there.
Yes, the PayPal link's also in our About section.
It's
YouTube.
already there. You can go and click on it.
So we'll be
How about some
selling
of the
crayons. and
Yeah, the
free
boys have been
hats.
making some Homestead crayons.
We'll be selling some biochar and t-shirts. That's what we got so far. But we got big plans.
Big plans. Big plans.
What we were talking about today? We're adding something in to groups homeschool.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Oh boy.
So for all
So-
of you out there that homeschool and have some middle school age children or preteen, teen age children maybe.
Yeah, so J.M. Fortier has a book called The Market Gardener. And if anybody that follows Justin Rhodes, he just interviewed J.M. Fortier and showed his operation. And he is making he's grossing $125,000 off of an acre and a half in Canada, doing market gardening, and he puts about 65 grand in his pocket. And I don't know how that works with the Canadian conversion, because the U.S. dollar is pretty strong now. So I'm not sure if that's converted to U.S. dollars or if that's Canadian. If that's unconverted, he is rocking it. But
Hi, Abby. Emmy 3010.
Emma 3010, hello. And so what we're doing is we're getting Goob, J.M. Fortier's book, The Market Gardener, and this
$7.
it's the paperback is $17.99
Oh,
on Amazon, and we'll be adding that link into all of our video descriptions. But this is going to become homeschool curriculum, and Goob and the gang are going to be implementing this book on the homestead.
Hopefully.
And we have a local farmers market that
Just starting.
Just starting. So
People were over there.
oh yeah,
They had the big sign up now.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we will see. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be some great homeschool material, a great learning experience, and we're all going to get to experience that. So we're looking forward to that.
Doing a little market gardening.
Little market gardening, and so that's a new curriculum that we're adding to our homeschool experiment. And what I wanted to talk about today is homesteading. Homesteading is an experiment in the sense that, you know, you can watch all these videos and read all these books, and everybody is very opinionated about what will work and what doesn't work. And here's why you need to do back to Eden gardening. And here's why back to Eden gardening doesn't work. And if you have fire ants, it's not going to work. I have fire ants and it works great. And all this stuff we constantly. Junior, you want to say hi, Junior?
Hi.
Everybody,
No,
come on.
over here.
Come over here. Come over here. Everybody wants to say hi, Junior.
Look. Hi. Hi. Oh, good. Say hi.
Good job, Junior. Everybody's saying hi, Junior. We want to check out. We want to check out what the fees are associated with farmers market. It's probably minimal, probably like $5 a week or something like that. Usually.
Abby, Ebi said, "Do you make yogurt with the goat milk?"
We will be. We just purchased another goat yesterday, right? We purchased a Nubian today.
It's here at our farm.
Oh, we got it back already. Oh, dag. So we currently make kefir. Once we have a abundance of milk, which our new Sonnen milker that's quote unquote in milk is much like our male bunnies, total dud, like cup a day producer. What am I naming?
Mark named her Zipporah.
We named the goat Zipporah. We're not changing the goat's name. I want to call her Sonoma. Like, I want to name her after a desert because she's a barren bag of empty milk.
Gary R.
Hey, Gary, a Texas transplant to the great state of Florida. We send our condolences. No. Hey, Gary, how you doing? Curtis Stone has some great content. Yes, Curtis Stone is awesome. Yeah, I do need a personal secretary. That is the truth. I am ill-informed.
The guy yesterday said, read any book.
Yes, the permaculture permaculturalist that we spoke with yesterday, he just really promoted that book, said it was awesome. He's implementing the book, so we're going to implement the book. And what's that?
So Gary R said, "Wouldn't call it great."
That's right. And so that's one thing we're doing. And what we wanted to talk about today is the Homestead Experiment. And, you know, just like from our conversations yesterday, you know, everybody has a very firm opinion and on what works and what doesn't work and what you should try and what you shouldn't try. Like I was saying, back to Eden works. No, back to Eden doesn't work. But everything is experiential in the sense of it's just like your diet. Okay. And it's what I tell people all the time with diet. It's the same thing when you read about diets, you know, low carb, high protein, high fat, you have paleo. I definitely, when it comes to protein intake, I'm a high protein, low carb, but at the same time, where I participated in a totally fruitarian diet, you can eat 100% carbs for 60 to 90 days and you can lose weight. You know, it all comes down to the quality of food you're eating. I was on a completely fruit diet for 6 months and I had very low body fat and felt great. And so it's all about It's really all about what you're eating and whether you want to go on a high protein Atkins type diet, which works, and I've done Atkins, or if you want to do a fruitarian type diet, it works. You know, you obviously can't do both at the same time. Well, and maybe some people can. You know, everything works different for different people. If you're in a different climate, it's different. And then each person's individual property has its own microclimates, and each of those climates will operate independently of other climates, maybe somebody that's just down the road. So it really comes down to your own personal experiment. And
Emmy, I think that's what you say it. Did you try the baby powder? No, but we are definitely going to want to try it. We haven't tried it yet.
Yeah, we haven't had a chance. Been real busy, but we will be using the baby powder on the fire ants.
I do make our own bread, but we still buy bread, the organic kind or whatever, sprouted or non-sprouted, whatever. But yeah, I make French bread. So if y'all can give us, how about this? If y'all can give us 100 thumbs up on this live stream, I'll show y'all how I make this awesome French bread.
Goob makes some killer French bread.
Remember, 100 thumbs up.
100 thumbs up. That's right.
You better hurry it up. How many thumbs up are we at?
Gang.
14.
We're at 14 thumbs up. Okay. Mark said he's on a seafood diet. I heard that. I guess as long as you're only looking at good food, you're okay. Okay, so let's see. So, yeah, my whole point is with the Homestead Experiment is, okay, take myself, for example, and us. You know, I literally never even personally planted anything up until February. And we started planting our food forest, purchased several $100s worth of fruit trees and plants and bushes, everything from elderberry to pears to apples to nuts, almonds.
Oh, guess what?
Pecans.
Hazelnuts. We found the wild peach.
Yeah.
They taste good.
Wild peach tree.
The boys found a wild peach tree.
And it's edible.
It's
edible.
It's really good.
Oh,
so
boy.
They're the size of a cherry, and they have a big seed like a cherry, but they taste so good.
Oh.
They taste between a peach and an apple.
Wow.
It's so good.
It's a papple.
It's a apple.
That's going to be a root stock. Now, here's my whole point. So I planted all this stuff. I read very little. You know, I am Texas Mom does a lot of research, and I don't have time to research. So kind of like I don't necessarily procrastinate, but I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Yeah. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. And then eventually, like, basically what happens, it's like one Saturday I wake up and I'm like, okay, we're doing it today. And so that's what we did with the fruit trees. And we went and bought an enormous amount of fruit trees and came back and planted them all on the same day. And just from little things I picked up here and there with ground cover, we planted comfrey. And we tried to plant, hey, Portuguese prepper, what's up, man?
Something, I can't, what's his name? Carly Yates.
Carly Yates
is on. What veggies would you suggest for anyone who wants to grow food while living in an
apartment? You can literally grow almost any type of vegetable in a container.
Maybe not corn.
Well, yeah, not corn. But any type of root vegetable you can grow in containers.
Sweet potatoes.
Potatoes you can grow in containers. Totally. Yeah. And you can use a tiered container, and you can literally grow, obviously grow the vegetables you like, and you can totally grow them on a patio in a container. You can get a 55-gallon drum, cut it in half, and then you have 2 containers. Or you can use smaller containers. But yeah, when it comes to growing food, and I think that's the biggest thing is, you just do it where you're at. And I mean, you can grow
They
carrots.
actually sell container corn.
Oh, wow. Check that
That's
out.
cool.
Container corn. So yeah, so you can even grow corn living in an apartment, but you just have to do it, you know, and that's the big key. And you start out and then you build it from there. But there are just thousands of urban people growing container gardens. I know Media Monarchy, James Evan Pilato from Media Monarchy has a huge garden on his patio.
I bought it once from Baker Creek.
Okay. Yeah, so you can check out container corn that you can get from Baker Creek. Josh and Mandy, what's up?
Tomorrow. We're not
Josh and Mandy, Bamboo Guru. It's on tomorrow.
Yeah, we're gonna bring our Milwaukee Sawzall.
We're bringing our Milwaukee Sawzall. I guess to cut down the bamboo. I don't know. Okay. So we were talking about experimenting. Okay, and just do it. Okay, so bought the trees, started with planting the trees, and my neighbor is a master gardener, that the couple that owns the Longhorn. Channel update. We are going to be doing a mini documentary, so to speak, on Longhorn, and it's going to be called The History of the Longhorn, and it's going to be super awesome. And so stay tuned for that. We just got to get it filmed and edited. But we're going to be doing a mini documentary on the history of the Longhorn. And but our neighbors that are master gardeners, when I was talking to him about pruning my fruit trees, he said to me, he said, I can't believe that any of your trees even lived. And I planted all the trees. And I literally, and even Moses attacked 7 of my trees and tried to destroy them. And I repaired them with MacGyver yellow duct tape, and they are all flourishing. And all I did is I just went and did it. And now we're experimenting with ground cover with comfrey, sweet potatoes, strawberries, all different kinds of various ground cover, and everything so far that we have tried is currently working. So there is no cut and dry, hard or fast answer really to anything. It's always beneficial to learn from other people's mistakes. It's always more cost effective to learn from other people's mistakes, but a lot of times you just got to do it and try it for yourself.
You're going to find the things that really work for you. Like the guy yesterday was saying, like, figs, and you have to talk a little bit louder.
Yeah, you're gonna have to talk louder. Well, I'm not gonna just repeat what you're saying, but yeah, you know, it's all try, fail, adjust. The homesteader we talked to yesterday, he had originally planted a lot of peach trees, and due to disease, and we had heard that before I bought all my trees. I heard from several people, don't do.
Down.
Yes. I love the thumbs downs.
It's okay. Abby, I just wanted to answer Abby.
Ebi?
Ebi. How come y'all don't use cones for killing your chickens?
Because we didn't have cones.
Because we didn't have cones.
Yep. Yeah, we're just using what we got. The method we use works very effective.
I like it.
And if you know anything about the Texas boys, like if you had a kill cone, you either wouldn't be able to find it, or it'll be smashed or crushed or something like that.
Are we
So
going to do meat chickens, Ebi? We did. Sorry.
We've done meat chickens. We did some Cornish crosses. We currently have a batch that we're experimenting with that we're not going to kill. And those were rock. What were they? Those were giant.
They're black meat chickens.
Yeah, it's a black meat chicken, and we're just going to let them live out their life, and they're going to lay and propagate. Two of those chickens have went feral and just kind of roam the property, a rooster and a hen. So we might even have feral chickens, which would be kind of cool.
Prepper. I have a video on DIY kill cone I made from a 5-gallon bucket.
Awesome. We will check it out.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, we have lots of we got lots of
And one of the things is I didn't really know much about butchering chickens, and I was a little afraid since Goob was going to be the one slitting the throat of the chicken. I didn't want him to like
cut himself or to
or
like not hit the jugular, and just the chicken would suffer.
I don't like even doing that.
Yeah, so that was kind of why we ended up going with our neighbor's method of just putting it underneath the broom handle or a pole and just doing the cervical dislocation or whatever it's called. Yeah, the snapping its neck that way.
We Tree wanted to know, have we spotted the cat, the predator, the apex predator? No.
I have, and he has.
Okay.
I've seen it
So that's
in the morning.
they said they've seen it. I haven't heard it.
It was
since.
behind. It was behind the cedar. It was behind the pine tree, real early in the morning.
You
Behind the
saw
pine
how
tree.
much of it?
I saw only the back end. That was it. The head was behind the tree.
I'm sorry. Minnie said he wants to know, Texas Dad, why did you think that all of your trees? Why did he think all of your trees were going to fail?
Good question. He has as much confidence in Texas Dad as Texas Dad has in Texas Dad.
It's like, wow, I thought they were all going to fail.
Yeah, thanks, buddy.
Who?
Appreciate that. Mr. Larry.
Oh.
How you like that? Thanks, Mr. Larry, if you're watching.
Some
No.
people want to have it perfect. You know.
Well, they're master gardeners,
Yeah,
and they probably look at us and laugh a lot of times.
Well, and I mean, the bottom line is
We're doing it.
no, the bottom line is a lot of times with fruit trees, and depending on what you're planting, you know, there is a rather large failure rate sometimes. And, you know, maybe our soil was just right. Maybe our microclimate was just right. Maybe
We've lost a couple, though. We lost
a couple.
cherry.
We lost a cherry, a black cherry, and we lost a citrus. And the citrus just got hit, and I should have covered it up, and I didn't. And it survived the first time, and I knew I should have covered it up, and I didn't, and it got hit again, and it killed it.
But they're
It
not
killed it.
producing fruit yet either. So just because we've kept them alive doesn't mean we're successful fruit tree growers.
And wasn't the black cherry like almost dead when you got it, kind of?
No, the black cherry was doing great for like several weeks, and then it just literally croaked to make me think that something attacked the root system. Maybe that's the only thing I can think of. And I transplanted it, and it still appeared alive. So I'm still holding out hope for the black cherry. It's still in the ground.
Well, I think right now we're just in the beginning phases, and we don't really know what's going to work best on our land. So we're just kind of planting a diversity of different things. And then like this guy that we went to yesterday and toured his farm, he's been doing it for years now. And I think since
love it.
2003.
Yes.
So he knows now what he's fine-tuning his permaculture, and he knows, okay, figs do really good on his property, grapes do really good, blackberries do really good. So he's doing more and more and more of them, and annuals do really good, tomatoes and different things like that. So just like with the animals, you know, we were talking about this morning, me and the boys, that we're really interested to see how the ducks end up making out, because
Right.
we're enjoying the ducks. The ducks are doing really
They're awesome.
well right now.
Yeah.
And, you know, maybe we'll end up switching over from chickens to ducks in the future. You know, it's all being the most effective, like minimalist homesteading. That's what I always think about. You know, what's the minimal that I have to do? What's minimal inputs? What, you know, with the animals, with the garden, you know, what takes the least amount of time? What's just going to thrive here on the property and work in our homestead?
Yes, and we do have figs, and figs do thrive here, and we have brown turkey and Texas everbearing, and we have several. They're incredibly easy to propagate. And in speaking of Homestead Experiment, this is one really big thing. There's a documentary called permaculture orchard, and it's by a fella named Stefan something in Canada, and I can't pronounce his last name. And Permaculture Orchard is actually the documentary that inspired Justin Rhodes to make Permaculture Chicken. And that documentary is totally awesome. And I highly recommend it. It'll totally change your perspective on everything, because when you start discussing fruit trees and propagating fruit trees, and then what do they call it when they when you grafting? Yeah, when you start messing with good job, buddy. When you start messing with grafting, the beauty of it is what fruit tree guys will talk about is once you have your tree established, and let's say it's not producing the fruit you want, you can hack it off, you know, and leave it at a grafting level where you can graft in the fruit that does work, and all your work is not lost. I mean, you have a viable root stock that you can graft into, and all the heavy lifting and establishing the root structure is already done. So, you know, that's why you just go and you do it, you know, and if the fruit's poor or whatever, you adjust, but you can still utilize that resource as a root stock, graft in a good fruit. And, you know, it's the same thing. It's very easy to propagate figs. It's very easy to propagate blackberries. It's very, elderberries propagate themselves, and that they are incredible. They're going gangbusters for us.
Oh, wasp. Somebody wanted to talk about wasps being beneficial.
Yes, and actually, Permaculture Orchard, he talks a lot about wasps, and he basically says that wasps are the premier insect, if you have an orchard, that are beneficial insect. We do have rooting hormone. We have not used it yet. We haven't needed to use it yet. We probably will be using a rooting hormone when we start propagating our blueberries. And, you know, with a fig, you can take a cutting and stick it straight in the ground. You do not need to use any kind of rooting hormone or anything. And figs are just very, very easy down here. So yeah, I do have rooting compound, but I have not used it yet. I haven't had to use it yet.
It's like a date. We have a babysitter tonight.
Yes, we have a babysitter that's taking care of the little ones. So this is like super sanity time right now. This is
When's the Mighty Hunter supposed to be here?
I don't know if the Mighty Hunter he's going to try to make it. Hunter, if you can hear me, Hunter. Hunter, are you out there? Calling the Mighty Hunter.
He is a newlywed. Leave the boy alone.
Hey, he said he was going to come if he could. So.
So you went over your rooting compound.
Yes. Okay. Did I miss any other questions?
And wasps, and we learned yesterday that actually fire ants are beneficial too.
Yes. And, you know, and that's all part of it is all insects are relatively beneficial. And the biggest thing with permaculture is when you put in these food systems of complementary plants, basically you just continue to plant and to plant. And you're going to reach a titration point where initially the pests are going to come in and you're going to have issues with the pests. But as you continue to grow your infrastructure, there's going to be plenty of food for them, but you have to grow past and through that point. And then first the pests are going to come in, and then the predators for those pests are going to come in. But you have to wait out and make it through rather than just bomb your property with pesticides like the whole Azure issue. There's no need to do that. You just have to be patient, and you keep planting and keep planting and keep planting.
Yeah, and this guy said that like he was pulling up onions and different things right out of fire ant nests and mounds, and it was you know, it wasn't really an issue. So he just would only treat fire ants if they were around his house or somewhere where his little girl was going to get stung by them or something like that. But not necessarily like just kill all the fire ants. If they're anywhere, let's just kill them all. He really wasn't feeling that way. And now Wee Tree wants to know, what will we say to somebody who is considering relocating to Texas?
What advice? Okay.
Wee Tree, you can be our neighbor. If this is you that's considering.
You know, thankfully, I guess, I do believe that where we are in Northeast Texas is absolutely
to fire ants.
Yeah, I had an anaphylactic reaction to fire ants, and it was incredible. It was incredible, and I haven't since, and I've been bitten a trillion times, but I had an incredible. Yeah, it was pretty wild, and but I do believe that Northeast Texas. We do have a change in season. It's slight sometimes, but we have a change in season. We have a rolling hills. It keeps the tornadoes at the E1 zone there. So we get good rain. You know, 4 years ago we had a drought. 4 or 5 years ago we had a drought, and it was really bad. But we're in a really good rain cycle now, and it has been.
There's a lot of people, I think, that would consider moving to the South. I mean, anywhere down South, there's a lot of different states that are really, I mean, even the Ozarks are beautiful.
But here where we are, property's about $3,000 an acre. And that's out in the country. You know, you get into the towns and into the cities, you're going to go up from anywhere to like 10 to 20 grand an acre. Just stupid. I mean, anybody, I don't, you know, not me. Let the suckers buy that stuff. And but I ain't doing it. $3 grand an acre, that's what you're gonna pay, and that's for nice land. That ain't for junk land. That ain't for swamp land or anything. You can pay $3,000 to $3,500 an acre. There is just
the heat's bad if you're sensitive to heat.
Yeah, if you're sensitive to heat, it's it's hot, but
it's hot. You know, it depends on where.
Hey, when we were in the Northeast, it was very humid. It was hot, and it's just longer. It's hotter and longer down here, but it's not hotter down here. It's hotter longer, but it's not like, oh, I've never experienced this much heat, this high of a temperature. No, it's, you know, and that's another advantage, I think, to Northeast Texas. Now, go 3 or 4 hours south of us, it's like.
Or west.
Yeah, or west.
We don't really know. There's so many different climates in Texas that.
We are 2 to 2.5 hours from Shreveport. So, and Shreveport's right there from in Louisiana. That's right over the border.
Wow, it was 89 in Nebraska. Yeah, see, even the cold states, they get hot in the summer.
Now, many studies bringing up the personal property tax and the inventory tax, and I'm unaware of, you know, Mr. Rain asked me about that, the personal property tax. And I mean, I register our vehicles, but I do not pay an annual personal property tax. We may have when we moved here. But I'm unaware of that. I mean, it hasn't affected, we're in our 4th year now, and I am not aware of that. You know, we don't have a state income tax. We do have a sales tax of where we are about 8.25%. Other than that sales tax, I am unaware of any other taxes. We haven't paid any.
An inventory, I don't.
They're probably coming to lock me up right now.
I think a lot of people would have a problem with anybody taking inventory of anything on their property.
Yeah, you don't take inventory down here.
You know?
Unless you want to count spent shell casings or something like that.
That would probably not go over well. I don't know where that's at. Maybe that's in Austin. It could be.
Yeah, probably. There probably is all that stuff in Austin. I don't doubt anything.
Oh, it's only for businesses. I don't know. Texas is very business friendly.
Incredibly business friendly. You know, you can set up a DBA like that for $23. You can get your farm and ranch set up for, you know, 10 years for $23.
We researched states that were business friendly, and if you research that and look that up, I don't know, a few years ago when we moved down here, Texas was right up there, I think in like the top 5 of business friendly states.
And I'm a independent contractor, and yeah, I'm totally unaware, and unless it's some kind of like large commercial thing or something. But Ebi wants to know what your typical day is like.
Well,
Okay, Goo, break it down.
all right, so I'll go first, and then Rufus will go first, and then Buddy will go first. So mine's like wake up in the morning, then grab the camera, get it all ready, rigged it up, then go outside, film, and then usually it'll take me 30 or an hour more to film it all. So then I go out, milk the goats, let out the chickens, even though that's his job, but I help him out anyway. Then I milk the goats and everything. Then if I have to move the electric poultry fencing, and then put them all in there, turn on the electric fence, and then usually the other boys will be awake or whatever, and then I'll go around and check if everybody's done their chores, and then if not, then I'll report it to Texas Mom, and then she'll get after them about getting their chores done.
And you do mowing.
And then
usually.
I usually do a little bit of mowing, but Texas Dad might purchase a sack for the back of the mower, so then we can start making some silage or whatever we're going to be making with that.
Yeah, since we can't find a good wood chip source, we're going to buy one of those big blower, I don't know what they're called, big bags that collect.
They sell them on Amazon. Yeah, it's like a collector bag that'll collect your grass clippings. And it's not, some machines come with that, but this is a pretty neat. It's way bigger.
Yeah.
And we're going to use that for mulch.
Yep.
Yeah, so then after that then I bring the camera inside and everything, and then usually by the time then I go eat breakfast. Then
What time is it? What time do you eat breakfast, Scoop?
Oh, sometimes I don't eat breakfast, sometimes I do, but usually that's like 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock,
Okay.
maybe. Yeah.
Goob's like the Marines. He gets more things done by 8 than most people do all day.
Okay. And then
So then I might do schoolwork then, or I'll go, because I'll have a choice, do schoolwork now, or I'll go and start editing my video. Usually I'll go edit my video, answer comments, whatever. And then it'll take me at least an hour to edit a video. And then I'll stay for a couple hours on the computer just editing, and maybe I already posted a video from last night or whatever. I have to add cards in the morning and everything. And then I'll go and get done schoolwork, and then eat lunch, and then usually go back outside and just work on the garden a little bit, weed around just a little tiny bit, and then see how everything's doing, check on everything there. And then by the time 4 o'clock rolls around, then we start getting outside. And then we get done I get done all my chores, and basically everything happens again. Just goats I take them out of their electric poultry fencing, and then I'll put them back into the goat house, and then I'll go and check if the boys have done all their chores. Evening chores. And then I go back in and eat breakfast.
How about you, Rufus? Come on.
All right,
Dinner.
Rufus, tell us the model day of Rufus.
Get nice and close.
There you go. All right.
Okay, Rufus, break it down, Rufus. What do you do, man?
Just go ahead. Don't
What
act
happens
like
when you wake up?
Uh-oh. He's
Come on,
acting
man, you
like
do
he
it every
doesn't do
day.
anything.
I wake
Uh-oh.
up.
Uh-oh, here we go.
I wake up, and then I go outside, and then I go check on the rabbits, and then usually I go with Goober to help the goats, and then usually I
Unlock the chickens?
no. Oh yeah, sometimes.
We let the chickens out.
Let the chickens out, and then usually I'll help them mow the grass and move a bunch of stuff around, and then I'll come back inside, eat breakfast, and then do schoolwork and watch him edit, and then go back outside for the rest of the day.
All right, bud.
All right, bud. Break it down, bud.
Here you go. You want to sit here?
Yeah.
That's what I've always said. I wish I could bottle that energy.
Keep it a little closer.
There you go.
So first I wake up and I go outside, and then I usually first check on the garden, and then I do my chores.
What's your chores in the morning?
My chores are to feed the dogs and the cats.
Okay.
Dogs and the cats, okay.
You guys forgot you got inside chores though too.
Yeah, what are your inside chores?
What are your inside chores?
Cleaning up
They get done.
like every day.
They're supposed to get done.
Junior already took off.
I clean up the bathroom, and then I clean up our bedroom.
Yeah. And what's your inside chores?
Clean off the table, wipe down the table, and then
I
sweep
usually do
the
that.
floor.
Because this morning I swept the floor, wiped down the table.
Sometimes.
Well, you were being
they
nice.
help. Yeah. And what's your inside chores?
My inside chores is clean up the living room, vacuum the living room, and unload the dishwasher.
There you go. And it's a broken dishwasher. So
It's a drying rack.
it's a glorified drying rack.
It's a very expensive drying.
It's our second dishwasher.
I'm
And
the dishwasher.
Texas Mom's a dishwasher. So.
Sometimes.
And they
That's it. Yeah. That's
And
true.
Bud.
Buddy does help me sometimes
Yeah.
with the dishwasher.
Yeah,
Great answers.
Ebi wants to know if we can make a video of it. Well, if I try to, I'll geek out on it too much, and I'll do too many shots, and I'll forget everything.
No, you
No.
can do it, chores.
I can do it, but
Everybody
hopefully it
likes
won't
seeing
be 30 minutes long.
No. They'll be
not.
fine. They can do it.
Yeah, we can do it.
You're busy. Oh, yeah, they're busy. I like to keep them busy.
Yep.
They have a lot of downtime, too, and they have a lot of playtime, too.
Yeah, it sounds like we're all busy all day. It doesn't seem like that.
No. And then in the afternoons, they like to do different projects. They just built a really cool birdhouse.
Hey, I just thought of something. For anybody that knows the cases from homesteading with the cases, be praying for them. Howard texted me they couldn't make the live today because Tina's not feeling good. He's taking her to the hospital, so she's not feeling good. So just wanted to ask everybody to pray for her and pray she gets feeling better. So
Oh, we have a problem on the homestead, and we need everybody to help us out. We need lots of advice here. We have 2 kittens that like to get into the nest boxes.
and one dog, and one silky.
I have a solution.
And they eat the eggs.
Well, the cats bring down the eggs from the nest boxes. The nest boxes are high off the ground. So the cat gets the egg, takes the egg to Remington. Remington breaks it open. The cats take the shell, and Remington takes the yolk.
Yeah.
Teamwork.
Remington's the little
But we did get a dozen eggs because we're staying on top of it.
Dozen eggs,
Pyrenees
boom.
dog. And my silky chicken's eating eggs, which I know how to fix that problem.
So do I.
Yup.
But with the kittens and with the puppy, how do you do that? Because the chickens need to get back into the hoop house to lay eggs.
Yes, always
And-
take the eggs out and put golf balls until you.
This is the Homestead Experiment.
I don't know. See, we watched this really neat, inspiring video last week on feeding your extra eggs to your animals. So it would be good for them, to eat raw eggs. So I was like, oh, that's a great idea. We got tons of eggs. So I started cracking open some eggs and crushing them up, giving them
Sprinkle
to the
the
kittens.
nest with cayenne pepper.
Boom.
Really?
Barbecue cat. No, that's what I say. I say 9mm.
So I feel kind of guilty
A
about it
22
because
works,
I
but-
started giving them the raw eggs, and now they're like, "Oh, we can find them ourselves."
No, we'll do the cayenne pepper. That's brilliant.
So what
sprinkle the
happened?
nest.
Yeah, that'll keep them out of the nest box.
What? Cause
Hold
they
up.
sniff it and
Hold
they
up.
like
Yeah.
burn?
Will the chickens stay out of the nest box if they smell the cayenne pepper? 'Cause if
Well,
we
we'll
put
find out. We'll do it.
Hopefully.
We have plenty of organic cayenne.
Can chickens smell?
Can chicken smell? Can anybody answer that question?
Jason
We wait.
and
Thank
It would be really cool if y'all did a video on can chickens smell.
I bet they can. They have the nose.
Water hose.
Yeah, we thought about that, but then I know the kids are going to be in control of the water hose, and then it's just going to be soaked in the whole chicken house.
Transplant good eggs with rotten eggs for a few days. Aha! Sabotage.
How long do you have to wait
Yeah.
for
Booby
eggs to go
trap.
So
rotten?
how about if you ask saying take the rotten egg
Oh,
and you crack it in the
Listen,
pan,
listen. You
take
just
the
put an
rotten
X on it, bro. So you
How
know
long
that's
do you have to
rotten.
wait for them to go rotten?
You don't have taste buds. Okay. So they probably can't smell if they don't have taste buds.
egg. That's
Ah.
why chicken eats anything.
Hopefully our eggs in the incubator are doing good. That little incubator from Amazon is amazing. It was like
Awesome.
$100, and it works so much better than my expensive incubator that I had a long time ago.
It's hailing again. This is unreal. Texas dad needs a break, man. This weather is crazy.
Fill up some.
Fill up.
So anyway, that little incubator, it's just been holding steady. That was from Appalachia, Homestead. Appalachia had recommended that incubator, and it's
When's our hatch
Been
date?
great.
June 9th?
June 9th.
Yep.
June 9th is our hatch date.
Yep. I just been adding a quarter cup of water every couple days when the humidity goes down. And man, that thing just clicks along. It just holds steady.
2
on the
thumbs
temperature.
down.
woo!
How many thumbs up? I can't.
20.
I guess I gotta stop talking. We're getting thumbs down.
No.
No, thumbs down are good.
Thumbs down are good.
Whoa, it's 5:47.
Whoa. Okay. So let's see.
hear about what's your daily day like, Texas?
No, they want to know what your daily.
They want to know what
Me?
your day is
Yes.
like. Yeah, I want to hear this. I know she sleeps all day.
She doesn't know anything. No, I don't see that. No. Let's see. I wake up to 2 babies usually. No, sometimes
One baby.
sometimes they're still asleep in the morning when I get up, both of the babies. And the boys are usually already outside working and getting stuff done. And I might be able to grab a cup of coffee or grab a cup of tea.
Maybe.
And that's always nice. And usually about the time I do that, if I have those 2 minutes, then there's a baby up. So, and then my day just starts, just changing diapers and getting breakfast for them and, trying to get everybody settled in for the morning and hopefully have a little bit of time to have some Bible time for myself or listen to a sermon or something. And then the day gets started usually about 10 or 10:30. The babies go down for their morning nap, and that's when the boys are coming in, and they've eaten breakfast by then and gotten their morning chores done inside and outside. So we're ready to get started with some homeschool around 10:30. And usually by lunchtime, we're wrapping up homeschool, and then I'm making some kind of lunch, and then getting outside, getting some kind of projects done. And then by about 3 or 3:30, the babies will go back down, usually for a nap. And I can start dinner, thinking about dinner, getting any kind of chores done that I need
That's when I
done.
start thinking about dinner.
Laundry. The boys have all started doing their own laundry, which has been great. They all have their own laundry bucket, and I just kind of supervise that, and so that's been really good. And then about 5 or 6 at the latest, Texas Dad's usually home, and we're eating dinner, and the night just kind of starts to wind down after that, and
It's 5 o'clock.
that's pretty much it. That's pretty much our day. It goes by fast. It's busy.
All right. So let's see. We got 10 minutes left. We already told you about the PayPal account. That's how we, if you don't want to go through Patreon to purchase the shirts, you can go through PayPal.
It's $22 for up to a size large, and it's $25
Oh, it's a wonderful homestead.
for a plus size shirt. Any plus size shirt is $25. And you can just do that right through the PayPal link, and just send me your address where you want the shirt shipped to. We should be shipping them out next Friday.
Yes, and any correspondence, it's much better to go through our email, which is countrytexasboys@gmail.com. And this way, it's just easier to track and easier to correspond back and forth. countrytexasboys@gmail.com. If you want a t-shirt, email us. And they are supposedly coming in. When are they supposed
Monday or Tuesday.
Supposedly Monday or Tuesday. So we'll see.
It was a substantial order, so I think she'll get them done. She's having them screen printed this time, so they should be done in the mail next Friday to you. So that would be good. And the Patreon website, the boys have really been working on it. We're still considering other avenues to do. Maybe the Steam It. We're talking with Brain Country about that.
We're going to look into Steam It. I mean, I love all the concepts.
Thank you, Weetree.
Oh, thanks, Weetree.
Yeah, I love the concept of Steam It and the format and all of that. Cryptocurrency is just very cryptic. So,
right, it's not for everybody.
I understand it, but it confuses a lot of people.
Right.
And then the Steam It platform is their own cryptocurrency that converts into a Bitcoin, which is another cryptocurrency. So it's just, it's the younger generation is going to be more into that because they're used to it, which is good too. So we are going to be heavily looking into it. We probably will end up opening a Steam It. Texas Mom is a very talented writer and used to do a blog and would probably want to do a blog. That'd be a great way to format that and run it through the Steam It. So hopefully.
But in the meantime,
exactly,
the boys have been putting a lot of time and energy into Patreon, putting on a lot of extra pictures on there, a lot of videos on there. So that'll be really cool. And we're excited to see how Goob makes out on this new project that we're giving to him about the
market gardener.
The market garden, yeah. Letting him take that and run with it. And we'll be doing some videos on that. Texas Dad will be helping him out wherever he needs help with that project. But I think it would be pretty cool if we could have a little video series, maybe by next year, the 13-year-old that makes however much money in his backyard.
$50,000.
$50,000. It's a very aggressive goal, son.
In his backyard doing the market garden.
Maybe 100,000.
Doug from Doug and Stacy, he always talks about making money on the homestead. So there you go. Yeah. Boom. Yeah, and that was awesome news for those of you that watch Doug and Stacy. Doug miraculously got his laptop back from TSA. So that is absolutely a miracle.
He did?
Because they are the absolutely worst, most incompetent. Well, I mean, it's a really tight race for all government agencies, but he's getting his laptop back, which I find just absolutely incredible.
Mark Edwards said, "Yeah, Goober, we'll do it." Mark is our patron so far. If we get 5 patrons, we're going to do a live Zoom video conference, question and answer live on the homestead. So just for
and the Zoom format does function with our broadband, with our bandwidth, and it works great, and it's 2-way audio and video, and we're looking forward to that.
That'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that will be awesome.
Yeah, so maybe by next week we might have a game plan with the market garden. Maybe we'll have some plants that we're thinking about. I know it's real specific with market gardening, just growing certain things.
Well, I have to look at the book.
We do have some herbs in one of the front beds. We have some, what do we got? Oregano. I know we planted some rosemary and different things that didn't take, but
boy, we saw some beautiful rosemary.
We saw some incredible rosemary.
It was like a bush, like a tree trunk bush. It was amazing. It smelled so good. So
it was phenomenal.
We got to get some of that around the homestead. That was really, really cool.
I don't think so. I think the Mighty Hunter is still working.
Minnie said I'm surprised his laptop didn't get stolen.
It's
No.
incredible. I just, I could not believe he got that laptop back.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yep. Divine intervention, that's for sure.
Mhm.
Wonderful Homestead. We would love to have you.
Yep.
So just let us know when you're coming down.
Just you can email us.
Just email us.
We'll set it up. We love having people over.
Yeah. Yeah, it's awesome. Especially Stettas. Modern Stettas.
Uh-oh.
Wicked awesome modern
He's gonna
Stettas.
break into it.
This is for Al, alumna Acres.
Uh-oh.
Wicked awesome modern. Hello, modern Stettas. Yo, I know you like that. Anybody that watches Al, hello, modern Stettas.
And then sing the song.
New
New York City, we built this city. That stupid song's still in my head, Al. New York City. Thanks, Al. Everybody tell Al. Thanks, Al.
Oh, okay, you can put us to work. Yeah, come on down.
That'll be
we'll hang
awesome.
out.
We love it.
Mhm.
We'll put you to work. We'll make you work.
We'll make
We'll
you work
relax
for your
too.
stay.
Me and Texas Dad are old.
Yeah, we'll take it. We'll sleep under the shade tree.
We'll put the kids to work. I'll tell him, yeah.
See, Emma's making it happen on a postage stamp.
I think he did a video, what was this morning, about his pork, pasture-raised pork.
Yes.
Yeah, we
Yes.
were watching him this morning. Yeah.
Yeah, Alumna Acres is great. Definitely. If you haven't seen Al and the gang at Alumna Acres, it's excellent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And also the Holler Homestead. I was watching them this morning. That's a great channel. Young couple,
Yeah.
really sweet couple. Go check them out too. The Holler Homestead. Make sure you go check out Rain Country. There
Yeah.
are friends up there.
Mr. and Mrs. Rain.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you planning on any meetup with the roads? Yes, the roads are planning on being here in the fall. So we are on their map, and it is their intent to sync up with us. And so that is what we're hoping to do. I really like Al Alumna's little baby Kubota tractor. I'm kind of
I
digging
want
it.
it. I want the steal
Kind
it
of
from
eyeballing
him.
the tractor.
Wow. What do you think?
All right. Well,
We got 2 more minutes.
I think we had another successful show. Went very quickly.
I think most of all, just be encouraged and just do what you can where you're at.
Yep.
And, you know, it's different for everybody. And what is successful in our backyard or front yard, we won't know for a few years. And what's successful in your yard, you're not going to know for a few years.
It's
Just
so
give it a try.
therapeutic to plant something, and if you work outside the home and you come home every day and you just see it growing, there's something, and I think that was put in us. I think we were created to do that, and I think part of what has happened to us as a society is that people have stopped doing that, and it literally jacks you up, and there's just something about it, and it'll change your life, honestly.
And next week or this coming week, look for videos on the new goat. We added a new
We
goat.
got the new goat, and this one's going to be a good milker, promise. Yeah. Hopes are high. Bubba's Corner.
Love the live show. Thanks, boys.
All right, Jason. Thanks, Mark Edwards, as always,
Yeah.
staying up late in France to check us out. We appreciate it, Mark.
Yeah. If
What
we do,
time is it?
If we do a live
1
video
o'clock.
conference, we'll be coordinated around Mark's schedule.
Is
He'll
the
be
new
there.
goat named yet?
No, we need a name.
Oh, we got to name another goat contest.
Name that goat.
All right. See you,
Name
Portuguese
that
Prepper. Thanks for tuning in on the East Coast there.
That's right. And leave some comments in the links below. Tell us what you're growing. Tell us what you found to be successful or not successful on your homestead. And
Abraham. It's a girl, Jason.
she's a milk goat.
Abraham.
Girl. Boy.
Can't name her Abraham. Sarah, I don't know. All right. All right. Yeah, I knew it. I beat you to it.
Y'all have a good
Abraham.
weekend.
Abraham.
And then he
What
said
is he
Sarah.
talking about?
Y'all have a good night. We'll see y'all in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.